Good morning and welcome, everybody. If you're new with us today, we would like to invite you to pick up a welcome pocket back there on the wall, or you can ask any of us and we would be glad to give you one. If you would like a tour of the grounds, we'd be happy to take you around our beautiful, beautiful back acreage. Just ask any of us. And we'd like to start an opening song with the 360 Band.
So we always try and pick songs that hopefully sync up with whatever the talk is of the day. And the talk of the day is We Shall Overcome, which is a well-known folk song. And so, I'm not done.
What are we going to do then?
No, that doesn't help.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, anyway, but because I had a lot of conflicted feelings about this song. It matched the talk. And the word shall is out in the future, and we shall come someday, we'll over someday. And Dick really wanted to do it and match the talk, and Sue was okay with us doing it, and I was still uncomfortable with it. And then just a novel I was reading that had quotes between each chapter, I came across this quote that made all the difference to me. It really hit me. It's from Henry David Thoreau. Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. It just lifted everything up for me. And we invite you to sing with us.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
We'll walk hand in hand.
We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Thank you. And another thought I had, of all the days, all the sum of the days, this is one of the sum.
Thank you so much. I am Christy Carr, and I want to welcome you to the center where, okay, everybody do it with me. We inspire and empower people to live spiritually fulfilling lives. That was pretty good. Okay, we'll do that again next time. Please turn and wave to the camera as we invite the children up. So we have new practitioners that have come through and passed their test, and I'd like to introduce you to Judy, and she will be taking over to the announcements and all the way through to the prayer. So let's welcome Judy.
Good morning. So just now, I would like to ask that you all are able to silence your cell phones. And as we proceed to thank all the members in service today and every day, actually. So we're really fortunate to have our sound team, our kitchen cookies, our greeters, and so many others in service to this community here. And yesterday was an amazing special day of service here at the center, where so many were busy cleaning windows, dusting, removing cobwebs, just making the place shine. So we are so grateful to all of you that are always in service, participating, and so willing to be part of this community. Now, I will read the focused announcements for this coming week. So the Heart Sangha Choir will be meeting on Thursday, August 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m. And the Heart Sangha Choir is the nucleus of the music ministry here. They are dedicated to providing a variety of high-quality, spiritually enriching music to support the teaching of our philosophy. And they sure enrich the center and our services when they're here playing and singing for us. And then a fun opportunity is coming, the Great Race. On Saturday, August 24th, I believe it's next Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the Great Race is kind of a fun competition where we need people to sign up ahead of time. Again, it will be Saturday, August 24th from 10 to 5. So you meet here at the center after you've signed up at 10 o'clock in the morning. You will team up, you will get your assignments, and you will head out to the city of Reading with your phones, with your cameras, ready to take on the tasks that you've been assigned. And as you accomplish each task, you take photos to document your findings, and you will meet up when you've completed your tasks at the Wolfsteads for fun barbecue and sharing of the videos of your findings. So this sounds like a really fun event, and we invite you all to sign up ahead of time and join us. Friendship Sunday is coming up August 25th, that's next Sunday, after the 10 o'clock service. And here's where we invite you to bring your favorite dishes and share with others in community. There's nothing like sharing food with other people to get to know each other and spend time together after the service. SOAR, Spirit of Adventure Renewed, will be meeting for a big adventure on Saturday, August 31st. And this will be for hikes to Lassen Park, including Paradise Meadows, Summit, and Manzanita Lakes, and the Loomis Museum. So these are our announcements. Now, I will invite, I believe, Lori to do the reading. Hi, Lori. Come on up.
No popping. Okay. Today's reading, chosen by Reverend Sue, is A New Harmony by J. Philip Newell. Roland told us the story of the beginnings of their community. He and his brothers went on a preparatory retreat to a more established monastery nearby, the Trappist community of Nunra in the Scottish borders. It was a 3-day preparation in which a wise old monk would guide them into the essentials of community and the life together therein. On the first day, the old monk shuffled into the room, sat down, and said to them, "Today, I have just one thing to say to you. God loves you. Now, go away and think about that." So off they went to their discipline of silence for the day, walking the monastic grounds and gardens and reflecting in their individual selves on the great mystery of God's love for us. On the second morning, the old monk again shuffled into the room, sat down, and said, "Today, I have just one thing to say to you. You can love God. Now, go away and think about that." So off they wandered for their second day of silence, pondering the great truth that God not only loved us, but also longs for our love. Not only are we the recipients of love, we are the beloved partners in an eternal love affair. On the third morning, Roland wondered what could possibly be added to the essential teachings of the first 2 days. God loves us, and we can love God. Was there anything to add to this completeness? The old monk again shuffled into the room, sat down, and said to them, "Today, I have just one thing to say to you. You are to love one another. Now, go away and live this truth as a community. The pearl of great price is living together in love."
So let's take a moment, get settled into our seats, unclutter our minds. While we take in a big, deep breath, we breathe in peace and love, and we breathe out the clutter that's been filling our minds. And as we do this, join with me in knowing divine mind is all there is, all that there ever will be. God, Spirit, love, whatever you call it, it is that which is the back of all life, unlimited and ever creating. This one life is perfect, whole, and complete. Because this love is everywhere present, it is also in me. It expresses in, as, and through me. This one life is perfect. And this one life, I am an individualized expression of. So I speak my word for everyone here today and everyone online watching, that the divine law works for us persistently. Though we are sometimes faced with challenges, we turn from them, we bless them, we learn from them, and we release them. We stay the course and trust confidently in our practices. We stay open to receive all the inexhaustible good that Spirit is, listening and responding to our intuition. We are led. As Reverend Sue speaks with us today, knowing that whatever it is, we need to hear it. We are in tune with the One. We choose to express the love and the good that is revealed to us today and always. We choose to express the love and the good that is revealed to us as we spread that unlimited love, awareness throughout our day. I am so very grateful. I rest and I trust that the law of mind acts upon these words, releasing it into the law. And together we say, and so it is. Reverend Sue.
Good morning. It's funny, when I listen to the reading, I feel like that old monk shuffling on up, and one of these days it will be just that. I'll have nothing left to say except go live it, right? But until then, I get to talk, but my heart is deeply grateful for those that Judy mentioned. We had the Save a Day yesterday, selfless service to God, and it's what I heard over and over again. We had lists of tasks to do, but what I kept hearing is, oh, there's so much more. When you look at this dust bunny, you see dust bunnies over there, and they seem to multiply as you try to catch up with them. But it was just a day of joy, a day of get her done, whatever we can do. And I particularly love the impermanence of all of this. Because Susan shared, she did the windows, she and Doug held. They worked really hard on all these windows. I have not seen them look so good. As soon as they were done, the sprinklers went on. Isn't that impermanence? Yeah, so be it. But really, it just makes me happy. It was just a beautiful day. And thank you, Diana Wolstead, for organizing it in such a beautiful way that made it easy and fun. One more funny story about this. I know I'll get to the talk in a moment. I'm not stalling. But Christy and Kristen donated, what is that thing? Rosie. Huh? It's a Roomba. A Roomba, you know those things that go around. Her name's Rosie. So Charlie comes in early and opens for everybody. And he opened the sanctuary today and it scared him. Because it was buzzing all around. It had this really weird sound. It would be alarming. So if you're ever here as the very first person, just know it's Lucy. Rosie, she's just doing her job. So funny. Anyway, so much to share as we continue this week looking at being with what is. And thank you for opening with the song. We were going to go into that song again a little bit later because I want you to listen to it again from a different heart space. Just as Nadine testified, sometimes we can almost feel like, well, I don't want to do that, and we block something, but it's there before us. It's asking us, welcome it in and see where it takes you. This is what we've been talking about a lot this month, is the spiritual bypassing, and we've done really good work. I think that as each of us chooses to listen a little more deeply on what we're sharing, and have a little more of a willingness and a sense of vulnerability, yet with safety, and going into the places that are uneasy inside of all of us. We all have those moments and those places. And something is surfacing for all of us throughout our days. And it can come out of nowhere, and it surprises us. It can come out surprising us so much we have swear words that we thought, oh, I thought I cleaned that up. It just happens. But it's got a message attached to it. And we're becoming more and more aware of these moments that change our days. And we're more and more aware so that we are more bold. We're emboldened to face what is. And we're realizing the path to enlightenment is not denying the physical body, our feelings, our emotions, our insights. We don't want to deny our thoughts or our intuition. Intuition is usually the one that gets bumped out. I don't know if that's true for you, but oftentimes it could be a very right-on answer and direction for you, and you think, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to go there. But listen to it a little longer, intuition, because it's always stewing inside of each and every one of us. And it's looking for the very moment that we wake up to who we are, and we realize that we're not defined, we're not bound by what is, or even what was, but we are realizing now that it is molding us in such a way that we can become more responsive, more compassionate beings because of it all. It's actually healthy to live life to its fullest. Every aspect of, we call it in this teaching, the life principle. It's influenced by the one love, so beautifully spoken by Christy this morning in her prayer. This love, this energy of the universe. And we sometimes forget that we are so fortunate to be a human in this lifetime. Let us not take that for granted. Let us break through any kind of smallness that we might have felt at one time or another and embrace what life is offering to us mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It's all one. We can't separate it out. So we see now, the moments that we've tried to divide it, this is spiritual. I'm going for it. This looks pretty good on me. This is not spiritual. This sucks. No, it's all spiritual. It's all the grist for the mill, as it's been quoted by Ram Dass. We come to look at life principle as something very sacred, something very meaningful. And one of the most powerful principles that we teach in this philosophy is the very fact that we believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. That's from Earnest Holmes' heart to yours. We believe in this sense of that which is eternal, that which loves us, and we love it, and it allows us to love one another. So this "we shall overcome" message, I want to share just a little bit of background on that beautiful song. Maybe because I'm an old hippie, but that song, it's always been one that has given me goosebumps. There's a profound message. And the actual song itself was a gospel song. It has transformed its words way back from the 1800s, especially with slavery. And it was a minister, a black Methodist church. The minister's name was Reverend Charles Albert Tindley. And he used that song to address the racial injustices of his era, of his time, 1900s. And in its popularity, it became what they used, and we recognize it's familiar. It's a civil rights song. And what I really appreciate about how it became such a folk song with such a message to us is the fact that Pete Seeger was a young musician at that time, a young folk singer. And he was one of the ones that went in the bus, in the white bus. There was a black segregated bus. They met at one place to discuss the division, the confusion, and it was led by Martin Luther King. So Pete Seeger took his little ukulele or guitar and was moved to sing this song. Martin Luther King Jr. could not get it out of his head. And I thought, how good is that? So we're going to play it again in a little while, because I want it in your head, in your heart. Martin Luther King couldn't stop humming it. And so it became something that he even invested and weaved into many of his talks. He said, this is familiar to you, "We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." So we're going to come back to this as we close our message today. But for now, because I want to take it back to your personal journey. So, don't you see how this weaves together? We look at our personal way of living our life, but one of the third things the monk said was go back out into community and love. So this is why I want to bring it back to looking at how we are treating equality and reaching our hands out to one another, yes, but can we turn within to our deep heart within and join hands with our own heart? Right? Can we? In every way, in every opportunity. We are remembering this innate wholeness of our being. And Robert Masters, the book I've been sharing from, Spiritual Bypassing, he addresses this in his closing chapter of this book. These are his words. "We are approaching and engaging within the context of our innate wholeness in a manner that equally honors the personal, interpersonal, and transpersonal. Without such connection, we are marooned from the natural integrity of being. We are over-identifying with particular aspects of ourselves at the expense of others. An example of this is when we're meditating, and we're trying to cut off emotions that we really need to pay attention to. Because those emotions are arising for a reason, to engage you, to look at something deeper. And sometimes this emotional thoughts or feelings, they can become so overwhelming. This is when spiritual bypassing slips right in easily. And if we try too hard to change our thinking or try to control our thinking, we then, as we talked about last week, start to disembody what's going on in the realm of our own being. So ultimately we discover if we don't attend to all these many scattered parts of ourselves, we shall never overcome the insecurity of our own personal journey and witness all the while, even though it feels scattered and crazy, there is an inner harmony. There's this soul direction, this connection to the divine. So we're here to integrate. This is why you come and listen to some of these messages and hear the way. I love how the music takes us deeper. Words are words, but the music, sung from the hearts and the breath of those presenting, that's what takes you back into your own heart space to integrate your core issues and discover peace has always been within. So we overcome this level of separation from the self with a capital S. This transformation, this connection is working with our body first and foremost, wholeheartedly working with the body. This body is not a thing to deal with, that's something just below our head. It is our body showing up for us, and it might be in a condition that rarely meets our approval in every way. And that's not the fault of the body. It is what we do with it. It's what we do with it, sending these subtle messages of discontent and never truly attending to what it's calling for us to pay attention to. And then we're continuing to pollute these energies of flowing through our own sense of well-being. And now we have to respond. It can escalate. And now we're responding not just to a little whisper through the body or through the mind about something you need to attend to. It becomes pain. It becomes pain. And now these messages have our full and undivided attention. And that's where we think that we're suffering. And pain, I don't like pain either. But it's a message to slow down and look within. So here's where we choose the mindfulness practices in our body practices. When you're moving, you allow your body to speak to you. If you're doing a walk, a mindful walk, if you're doing yoga, if you're doing Tai Chi, if you're pumping iron, if you're swimming, whatever your choice is, you allow the body to speak and you listen for the deeper wisdom. And you pay attention because now you're conscious of the body as it's moving for you. And you're working on something that's happening from the inside out. And that's spirit working through you in flesh and responding to us because we're now respecting it and caring for it. Then secondly, after we look at the body, we tend to these minds. These wonderful, beautiful minds of ours. And we think that we are the master of the mind, especially some of us that have been in this philosophy for a really long time. The science of mind is all about the creative process, through our prayers, through our thoughts, through the mind, through the law. But the nature of thoughts, and we all know this, they entangle us, don't they? Before we know it, they are the foundations for our judgments. Even when we proclaim so assuredly that I'm so not judgmental. Oh, I don't judge. And yet, the quickening, the moment we have a comparison moment, when somebody says, so this would be an example for me. If they said, "Oh, I'm 72," and I could look at them. I'm 72, and I could look at them and go, "Man, you look good." And I could start looking at their face a little closer and thinking, "Well, did you have something done? You only have one chin." And then you can start just going through their body, all very quick in the mind, boom, boom, boom. And then you end it with, "Isn't that special? You look so good, special." And off they go. And off you're left with one more moment of not being very kind to your own body. It's so crazy. So just notice those moments when you're in conversation with yourself about comparison. Because it'll take you on a tangent. Usually, it's its nature. So we need to develop an awareness. Now here, we hear this word a lot too, awareness. We're recognizing what's going on. But here's what Masters says about awareness. This awareness is not something of which our mind is capable. Well then, how do we do it? He goes on to say, it's not a higher kind of thinking, here it is, but rather a sentient openness. Whew. Feel the spaciousness around that. A sentient openness. Only that which is beyond the mind can see or witness the mind. Ooh. These are some of those moments. I'm such a bad old hippie. I will try to keep it on track here, but I could think about, having a joint and going, what does that mean? But it's such this moment. It does take you, it makes your thoughts kind of stop. But what is that space of awareness beyond what my mind is containing it to be? It's so beautiful in this invitation. He says, the only that which is beyond the mind can see or witness the mind. And here we go. Thinking we're aware is altogether different than being aware. Oh, I saw some shoulders go down. Oh, I can do that. I've done that. And we can put a star in our chart, even though it's not easy. But here's the invitation he lays out. We need to develop the ability to observe our mental activities with healthy detachment. That's one more thing for your to-do spiritual list. To try to create this sentient space without attachment for it. It's trickery, because sometimes you can say, oh, there it is. I got it. I'm in it. It's gone. And then you think, oh, no, here, it's coming back. Oh, it's gone. Can't think about it. It just is like the breath is. It's just like the beautiful space, the beautiful gap between each heartbeat, between each breath. It's right there. And we capture it, and we know this. Thoughts are distracting and take us off the mark very readily, and we understand that as we've lived our lifetime. And then soon we can find that our whole being is tied up in a knot and mad at someone that's not even in the room. Here's what we do. We learn to relate to the mind. We relate to the mind rather than from it. We find that when we become less, I have to read this word for word because it's my own lesson. We have to learn to relate to the mind rather than just from it. We find then we become less entangled in the thoughts, according to Master's work with clients. But it takes the word, here it is, you might want to write it down, discipline, and a degree of relaxation within yourself to find the self. So we breathe into what is. This is how we get there. We allow awareness to shine equally through it all. This is why meditation practices are so vital to our well-being. That's why we speak of them here. And Master says here again, meditation doesn't change the mind, it illuminates it. Think about that as you close your eyes and just ask for the light to shine through. As we work with our mind, learning to witness, let's witness its thoughts. Let's just bear witness to what we believe, what we dream, and look at the interplay with our body and our emotions. You see, it's all tying us back together as we clean house. And we connect now and then, as he describes it, to the mystery of it all. Most importantly, we are gentle with ourselves through it all. Just practicing becoming more aware, more and more every day. And then finally, the final step is addressing these emotions, our feelings. And finally, our feelings matter. So this is the degree of interrelatedness to them that is important to consider. And he points out here that we are asked to meet them, know what we are feeling when we feel it, learn how to regulate. Those are buzzwords in today's society, but they're so vital to our understanding and to our growth. And then we can learn to express ourselves with healthy awareness. Earnest Holmes says, science of mind proclaims the spiritual nature of humankind. It removes fear by introducing love. It places us in the mind of God as some part of the eternal wholeness. So all of this, all that we've talked about this month and through the years, is integrating our spiritual journey. To this question, you've heard it through transcendental meditation studies, through many great yogi masters, Sufi masters, Buddhist masters, religious scholars. The question is, who am I? Who am I? That's the leading question that's going to guide you through and allow you to overcome some of the unskillful and unaware, conscious or even unconscious states of being. Earnest Holmes again says, through a conscious acceptance of the fullness of the presence of God, there flows in and through us a joy, a love, a wholeness that touches every part of our being. We are so, he goes on to say, so intimately connected with the universal, creative, divine power that it is impossible to get away from it. Hence, we never have to wonder whether or not we are in touch with it. So you don't have to question it when you sit down. It's already there. It's already so. It's where we are, and we are in it. It is in us. It is around us. It is flowing through us. Take a breath with that, because it, in and itself, it's such a beautiful, sweet, divine message of pure intention. It's Spirit's nature. We can call it love, if that's helpful here. Love is permeating our being. And we are known that we are overcoming. Yes, we are, and we are evolving when we recognize that that is what is working within our soul nature, and we just surrender and open to it. We drop to our knees, and we surrender to it as we cross over from this duality, crazy thinking, to the realm of pure spirit. So here's how it's described, and let me just share. Oops, not that one, 195. Between the realm of pure spirit, where all dualism vanishes, the realm of ordinary egoic existence is the realm of our soul, which can be defined as individuated being or one's personalized essence. It is the last frontier of individuality. Soul is the face of spirituality. Beyond it lies undifferentiated being. Soul has considerable transpersonal perspective, yet it's still profoundly human. As much as it may stand in the transcendent, it usually remains intimate with the particular, the personal, whether it's residing in saintly mansions or in the most appalling of slums. Soul keeps awareness from getting desiccated or overly attached. Our soul will lead us home. Ego says, I am what I think I am. Soul says, I am more than I can imagine. Spirit says, I am. We are the light, we are the darkness, and we are the flesh, be it of mud or stars, torn between the two, yet already the one, inseparably. From the broken are the many. So beautiful. So we're going to circle back.
I'm William Hanson, an etiquette coat.
Hello, Lou. That scared me. Is that? I looked, I thought, wait, where did that come from? Is that queuing up? Can we bring the screen down? Oh, just the audio. Okay, that's okay. What I invite you to do as we listen to Pete Seeger sing this song, everyone, is to look it up on YouTube, and Lindy, you can put the link out on our profile. But there's something that Pete Seeger is inviting the audience to really, really engage with the song in a deeper way. And what you see in this video are the little people, the little children. Remember that, my Methodist upbringing, little children, and then they go through the different colors of the different people. Remember that song? Black and white, da, da, da. And that's the way this song is. You look through, and these little children are just singing it with their whole hearts, as are all of the adults. And it just reaches in and brings us back. So we shall overcome. These words shall, as Nadine was pointing out, this word shall, though, to me is a very important word. It's a powerful word of witnessing, like a vow, and expressing a strong assertion or intention. So enjoy this song as our closing, and remember, it matters. That we work on ourselves to overcome the deep roots of any inherited tendency that we have unskillfully allowed to live in us, and we move towards a world that works for all. And this week, as you ponder and do some self-reflection, may this be your question in your heart. How can I love you more? So the song.
And now a very special song. This is almost a prayerful song. We've sung it on marches. We've sung it with Dr. Martin Luther King. Now it's time for you to learn it.
Oh
Feel that. Feel that for yourself. For those moments that felt so dark and hard. And feel the illumination of love. Feel that song for the younger generations, for the little people, for the newborns, for this world, for this universe. The song, the heartfelt song, testifying that even in the shadows of our being, this is our heart's song. That this love prevails, that this harmony of truth surrounds us within and without. And we are divinely guided and gifted as we reach out and hold each other's hand through the most difficult of times. Thank you, God. And so it is. You guys, 360 will come forward. Thank you.
That's going to be hard to follow. What we have planned is a little different energy than that.
That's okay.
Surprise.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Wow.
Is that a capo 3?
Let me get there. Sheesh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Take a breath. We're going to shift energy. Oh my God. Whoosh, give me a minute. Wow. Okay. Here we go. This little light of mine.
Oh.
I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, that was yours.
Oh, this little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it
Shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Go ahead and stand up and sing with me.
If I'm under a bushel, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel.
No,
I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel.
no,
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
We'll wait another day.
No, I'm gonna let it shine.
Wait another day.
No, I'm gonna let it shine. Wait another day.
no.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Everywhere I go,
Yeah, I'm gonna let it shine.
everywhere I go, yeah,
I'm gonna let it shine.
everywhere I go, yeah,
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
There we go.
Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Let's do it again.
Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, come on. Come on.
Wow, double wow.
Oh, boy, no, wait.
Okay. I would like to now invite the practitioners up.
The ushers up.
The ushers up. Please. Whoops. Too much fun. So inviting the ushers forward as we prepare for the offering. As I prepare to give my offering, my heart is filled with love and appreciation, since what is offered here is for my spiritual well-being. I'm filled with gratitude knowing life stays in balance, for as I give, I receive.
Okay, we'll sing now. Last night I had the strangest dream I've ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed there was a mighty room all filled with women and men, and the papers they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the papers all were signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads and grateful prayers would praise. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round as guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the sweetest dream I've ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war.
So much to be grateful for. I give thanks for the blessed donations received in the offering this morning and during the week. I know each dollar supports the spiritual family in many ways as we grow together, pray together, and give thanks for all that the center has been blessed with today and always. And so it is. So we will have one more closing song with the 360 band. Reverend Sue will then give her closing remarks. And just a reminder that the practitioners in service today will be available for prayer over at the bell. So 360 band.
Yeah, well, you know, you can always stand and sing when you wanna. It's encouraged.
I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here's a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Oh, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Sunshiny day. Oh, sunshiny day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We just had to.
Two songs.
Oh, some bright morning when this life is o'er,
I'll fly away
to a home on God's celestial shore.
I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away.
In the morning,
When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
When the shadows of this life have grown,
I'll fly away.
like a bird that prison bars have flown,
I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away.
in the morning.
Oh, when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Well, just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joys will never end. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away. In the morning when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
I feel my wings sprouting.
That feels good in our tummies, doesn't it? Now you can go fill them up with some food. That's wonderful. What a great offering of music. So thank you all for being here today. I'm not going to add any more words to what we feel because it's important that you feel what you feel and that you walk your walk, walk your talk, and continue to be the change in the world that helps us all understand one another in a deeper heart level. So blessings on your day, and thank you for your time here today, your attention, your heart, your song, your breath. I was trying to sing with, like, Nadine holds the notes so long. I was like, hey. It's great. It's powerful work. So blessings. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.